Hello, my name's Heather Sweet. I teach sugarcraft classes in my studio in Worcestershire and also different venues and people's homes. I just wanted to give you an idea of something that you could make, or even the children could make, to go on top of your Christmas cake. Rather round sugar robin. When I'm teaching people how to make the models, we always use sugar modelling paste. A lot of companies refer to it as Mexican modelling paste. The main difference is this paste dries harder than the fondant paste that you coat cakes with, and it takes longer to dry than flour paste, which you make flowers with. So the reason I use it a lot when I'm teaching is it's more forgiving. If you're new to modelling and therefore you don't actually make your models quite as quickly as some people, it has a slower drying out time. Therefore you've got longer to work, reshape or start again when you use this paste. I've coloured this with a little bit of dark brown. I'm just going to roll it. You should knead it first to soften it up. It's lovely and stretchy, as you can see, and it's very pliable. It's lovely stuff to work with. So knead it and then roll it really well between the palm of your hands till you get all the creases and the cracks out and it's nice and smooth. Then put your other hand parallel and roll, tilt it slightly to the side, so that you're rolling just on this one half of the ball, and just roll backwards and forwards until you get a nice cone shape. As you can see, this end is still very round, the same as when it was a ball shape. I've only worked on half of the ball just to get that point. So that's my basic shape for my robin. Put him down there, just very gently press him down so he doesn't roll off the table. It's amazing, I always say to my students, a lot of models, animals and human, are made up of the two basic shapes, ball shapes and cone shapes. The red on the chest, again, you can roll some bright red. I've used Sugar Flare Red Extra. It seems to be the only paste I can find that will actually give you a nice deep red rather than a pinky colour. Roll a ball, and again you can use the palm of your hands to get a cone, or being as it's a smaller piece of paste you can do it with your finger if you prefer. Doesn't really matter as long as you can get that nice sort of cone shape again. Then with a non-stick rolling pin, this is a 6-inch rolling pin designed just for sugarcraft, because it's not porous, your paste doesn't stick, and they also last you a very long time, so very valuable. I'm just going to roll once, twice lengthwise, turn it round to make sure it's not sticking, and then just going to roll once and twice widthwise. So it's still in a cone shape, but it's quite a bit bigger. You can stick this onto the body using water, egg white, or as I'm doing, this is sugar glue. You don't need to buy special sugar glue from the shops. You can easily make your own. The best sugar glue, I believe, is a little bit of this modelling paste, just mixed up and mashed up to a thickish cream, a bit like the texture of yoghurt. So it's just modelling paste and water, just mixed together, simple as that. And that gives you a really nice tacky glue. And I'm just going to stick that from the bottom of his body to the top, like so. We don't want this piece so big that it comes to the top of the cone. We want a little bit of brown left on the top so we can put the eyes and the beak on. There, so I've put that on, I just to make sure it's stuck down all the way round. If you're wondering why my hands look absolutely disgusting, this is what happens when you're working with food colour a lot. It does really stain your hands badly. So when you mix up a dark colour, always remember to go and wash your hands straight away, because it really stains your skin. I've also found recently that baby wipes are very, very good for getting stains off your skin. I've only just mixed these colours up, that's why I'm a bit of a mess at the moment. There we are, so that's the red stuck on. Make sure it's stuck down all the way around the edges. And the wings again are a cone shape. So I'm just going to roll a little ball, finger, roll it into a cone. It's a slightly longer cone than I did for the chest piece. Obviously we're going to need 2 of those. Roll another one, make sure they look the same size. I don't want them to be completely flat to his body, so I'm not going to use the roller pin. I'm just going to squash them down with a finger like that. Just give it a pinch. Again, keep checking constantly that they're still the same size. There we are. So I'm going to put that wing on like that, with the point going down. Again, glue. I'm going to stick that one about there. As you notice, it's very easy to get little finger marks, so if you notice, just smooth it out straight away while the paste is still soft, and they will go. And then put the other one on. And you must keep turning your models round, looking at them from all angles. Because if you just work from the front and you're always looking at the front, your eye adapts to a certain extent, and then if you turn the model around, you notice that you've done it skew whiff, or the sides aren't level. So always look at it from all angles. Keep checking. I've got the wings on, so I'm just going to use a pointed tool, cocktail stick, back of a knife, doesn't really matter. Just do 1, 2, 3 little lines down like that, just to give the impression, cartoony impression, that he's got some feathers there. Okay, so there he is. Now the fun bit. I'm going to do his beak. I've just taken a little bit of this paste that's coloured with the red extra, and I've just added a little bit of melon yellow, and it makes a lovely bright orange. Just going to roll that again into a cone, but get quite a nice sharp point on it, and it's quite a short cone this time. And then I'm just going to press down gently on the board so it flattens the bottom, so that will fit up against his head nicely. Before I stick it onto his head, I'm just going to take a knife, not cutting all the way down, but starting there, very gently with a sawing action. Just going to cut in a little bit, just leaving this little bit here that isn't cut. And then do the same on the other side. There. So that's what I end up with. And then I'm just going to very gentle sawing action down like that, so I can open his mouth. If it's gone rather a weird shape, you can just correct the shape with your fingers. And this is my favourite bit. Take a pointed tool, put it inside his mouth. I'm holding it finger top and bottom and just push out like that. Sorry if the camera work is diabolical. Okay. Let's take that out again. And then just close the beak in the centre together. And I'm just going to pull that out slightly. There. So we end up with that shape. Put a little bit of glue on the back. Difficult to hold these little fiddly bits. And then I'm going to stick that just above the red shape on his chest. I don't want to spoil the shaping at the side, so instead of getting my big fingers all over it and messing it up, I'm just going to push in with the tool. Just so now I know that's really stuck down well. I'll close his beak again. Just correct the shape here if it's got squashed in the meantime. I think it might be making him look a little bit angry, but never mind. As long as he's got some expression, that's what I'm all about. I think it's lovely to have some expression in your models. Eyebrows, ears and mouths are what do it, I think. It's amazing if you make an animal, you change the position of just the eyes and the ears, how you can age the animal or make them look sad or happy. So always think about what expression you want your models to have when you're making them. I like silly eyes, so I'm just going to put a bit of glue above his beak in the middle, and you can obviously leave a little space between the eyes if you want to, but I quite like to put my eyes together if I can catch them. There. And I find the easiest way, because I'm not really very good at painting, and I find the easiest way to get nice round, proper round pupils in the eyes, either a little ball of black paste, which I just couldn't bear to do at this size. It would drive me mad because they'd be so small, I'd be dropping them on the floor. So something really small like this, use either the end of the handle of a paintbrush, dipped in a bit of colour, or because these are tiny, all I've done is dip the end of this cocktail stick in a bit of black colour. And I'm going to make him cross-eyed. So I'm just going to press down, twist it around, and then even if your cocktail stick isn't exactly round, it will still make a round mark. I don't know if he's had too much Christmas merriment from the bottle or what, but he's looking a bit confused and cross-eyed now. There. And then the only thing left to do is a tail. I'm sure you can guess what shape this is going to be. Just really quite a small cone this time. Like that. Just squash it down with your finger, so you've got like a tear shape. Push the end so it goes a bit, a little bit more square on the end, like that. Using a cocktail stick or one of these tools, I'm just going to make lines down the tail. Little bit of glue on the end, and then I'm just going to stick that on his bum. So there's his tail. And there's my robin. I think he probably looks a little bit devious, but there he is. I hope you'll have a go. Sugar modelling's great fun. It's very satisfying, and I think children always love it because it's very much like playing with Play-Doh, but of course it's nice to eat as well, which is always a bonus as far as they're concerned. If you need any more ideas or you want to have a look at what my students have been making in my class, please take a look at my Facebook page, and if you could leave me a like, that would be even better. Thanks very much. Bye.